Welcome to the session. Topic of this session is project manager, characteristics, roles and responsibility. Actually, project involve a series of activity starting from the developing the project concept, identification of project, preparing the project proposal, the conducting various feasibility studies, and then identification of the objectives, intended goals, then identification of the resources required to prepare the to implement the project and to achieve the project output, and then implementation stage also, and then we have to also identify the resource persons required or the technical persons required in the project implementation activities. And then we have to do selection of the recruitment of the project staffs, then we have to do the implementation activity, then we have to do monitoring of the project activities, and then during the monitoring, if there is a lacuna or constraints are there or the implementation or achievement is not going as per the plan schedule, we have to take, the project manager has to take the corrective measures, and then he has to deliver the project outcome to the sponsoring agencies or to the beneficiaries or the participant or stakeholder of the project. Then he has to close down the project, and then he has to also undertake the evaluation of the project, impact assessment of the projects, and sometimes in the last again he has to plan the new project based on that implemented project. So he has to submit the report, he has to present the progress of the result or outcome of the project to the sponsoring agency. So the project manager play a crucial role in the project activities, in the project implementation, in the project executions, and in the achieving the project outcomes. So in this session basically we are going to discuss, or we have to learn about the project manager, their characteristics, the role responsibilities played by the project manager in the achieving the project outcomes with optimizing the resources. So, and also we will also understand the role of the project staffs or project office in achieving the or implementing the project activity. So let us start with the project manager. Who is the project manager? Project manager is basically a person who is primarily responsible for the quality of the project deliverables, and actually the person who is responsible for the successful implementation of project is called as a project manager. And for the success of the project manager must work closely with the project sponsors or project funding agency to ensure that adequate resources are available or deployed in the project activities. And the person is also responsible, the project manager is also responsible for planning and ensuring that project is successfully completed on time and within given budget. So he has to play major role in the project implementation activity. He is the basically decision maker in the project activity. And and when we identify a project or sponsoring agencies, when they implement the project or they want to implement a project, actually we should identify the project manager as early as possible, so that he owns the plan of the projects. So the person responsible for its execution should also involve in the planning stage itself, so that he owns all the planned activities, so that he cannot say something that this is not good things we have included in the project. So actually we should identify the project manager as early as possible, so that we involve him also the planning activity or the project preparation stage itself. And here the considerable care and attention need to be given to his leadership qualities and the managerial skills during the selection of the project manager. So we should very carefully select the project manager. Actually his qualities, his technical leadership, his managerial the skills, his convincing skill, his leadership qualities, we have to assess very thoroughly. Then only we should select the project manager to implement or to plan the project activities. And these are the some of the basic characteristics of the project managers, like he coordinate all the activity of the project activities. So he is the coordinator of the main coordinator of the project activities, and he arranges necessary resources to achieve project objectives. So his role is to arrange the resources for the project activities, and basically he lead the project manager. He lead a temporary project organization which are especially prepared to conduct the specific project activities and for a specific period of time with a given cost and or budget, we can say. And so everything is very specific with the project, because project is a unique activity. So the project manager is the leader who is been given the responsibility to undertake a temporary endeavor to give some output to the society, to the organization, to the sponsoring organization. And basically project manager, he integrated variety of the resources and people with different skills. So he should have convincing power to do the activities. He integrated the resources and the peoples of different skills to achieve the project output. And then he should have a capacity, he should collaborate basically with the functional manager or external organizations also, because suppose a organization has taken a project. So in the organization there are already some functional departments are there, finance department, marketing department, procurement department. So he has to manage, he has to collaborate these functional departments so that they provide all support to him in arranging the input, in arranging the financing, in arranging the staff. And also he has to manage the relationship with the external organizations like local administrations at the district level, at the village level, at the block level, at the state level, so that he get all types of support to implement the project activity. And basically there is emphasis on achieving the predetermined objectives on time within a cost as per the technical specifications. So manager always focus on achieving the predetermined objectives on the given time, cost and with technical specification, and he or she focuses on the achieving the quality project outcomes within given time and resources. And a project manager coordinate and guide all activities starting from the project initiation to the project close. So he is the part of all the activities. He guide all the activities starting from the project identification to the project preparation to the execution and the monitoring. At every stage his involvement is there. He guide the project activities, and the project manager office play important role in project functioning also, because the communications, the allocation of the resources, they are making available the finance, it is done by the project office. So here so based on the instruction from the decision of the project manager, office play important role in providing their all type of support in the project implementation activity. And actually the project managers get support of others such as the suppliers, the service providers, including the project teams. Actually he should have that quality, that he should get the support from the all type of peoples, including from the supplier, the service provider, or from his project team. And actually he's make responsible all actually in the decision making or in output achievement or reward and accountability. So actually he involve every person's, all types of peoples, all type of stakeholders in decision making, so that he make all other people, the other stakeholders also accountable for the project activity. And he also the project manager also develop different types of system for proper functioning of the project, like project evaluation system, manpower performance evaluation system, the procurement of resources, then accounting and financial management, then communication and information system, marketing or procurement. So he developed different systems so that project work very efficiently to achieve the targeted objective. Here there are few role and responsibility of the project manager which are given this slide. basically he implement the project policies and procedures. This is the responsibility of the project manager to implement the policies or procedure of the project, and then he identify and acquire the resources through the project sponsor or steering committee or any other authority. So he managed the resources from the funding agencies or sponsoring or some government agency, and then he maintained that staff's technical proficiency by, you can say, sometime by providing training or by imparting some skills to the project staff, and so that productivity of the technical staff is maintained. Actually, we need to enhance the productivity of the project manager, this project staff, by providing them the skills or knowledge, all types of technical support to them. Then he also established or maintained the quality in the project. So this is his responsibilities. And the project manager also identify or procure the tools to be used in the project. So this is also basically responsibility of the project manager. So we have different stages of the project implementation, we can say. So in every stages the project manager has a role to play, and now we will discuss about the role of the project manager in different project phases. And in the initiating stage of the project, basically the project manager develop the project statements including the success criteria or parameters and constants. So actually in the initial stage of the project, he identified the objectives, and also he identified the criteria for the success of the project, and he also identified the constraints which will be there in the projects in terms of money, in terms of time, in terms of the resources. And he also conduct in the initial stage of the project the cost benefit analysis of the project, so that he can present the view what will be achieving the project from the project and during this all exercise. And then during the planning stage of the project, actually he developed a detailed project plan and tailoring the methodology to reflect project needs. So actually he identify or modify the methodology of the project or procedure of the project to as per the project requirement, so he can achieve the objective of the project. And then he ensure that management, the users, the affected state organization and contracted commit to the project. So in the planning stage only, he take the consultation from all the peoples, their advices, their consensus for the project activities. So he ensure a good relationship with the management, the organization authority, the government, and also the users. Suppose in case of agriculture, the farmers, we can say they are the users, or the state organization, or all types of stakeholders who are involved. So he make them involved in the project activities. They take actually he take the advices or their consensus in the project activity. And when the project activity starts, basically he finalized the project baseline plan. So he broadly defined the activity of the projects and actually then assigned resources to the project based on the planned activities, and also he also assigned the work packages to the people so they can undertake the project activity. And then also he finalized the project qualities and the product qualities he want to achieve or she want to achieve in the project activity. In the project execution stage, actually he regularly review the project status, comparing the budgeted to the actual values of the projects. So actually when we have some planning, we have planned some budget, and what are the actual things we have achieved during the implementation stage, he compares the things, and sometimes he presents the result to the management or the steering committee or the screening committee or the sponsoring agency. So he presents the activities or output of the the project to the sponsoring agency, and he ensured that the project plan is updated and approved as needed. So if there is any modification is required based on the current or local situation, so that plan has to be approved by the sponsoring agencies or management of the project. And then he reviews the results of the quarterly assessment. Generally in project quarterly assessments are done, so he reviews what are the progress have been made in the last quarters, and he participates in the change control. Sometimes there is if any change is required in the project management or in the project staff or in the some procedure, so he participate in that activities. He take the control of that activity and take the decision and update the project risk and establish the prevention and mitigation procedures as required time to time while project execution or project implementation. Then in the close out activity, when we want to close the project, when the project activity is towards the ending of that given time duration, so actually he developed an action plan. The project manager developed the action plan for any product that does not receive user sign off. So suppose still the sponsoring agency want that the project should continue beyond this 2 years of period or 3 years of period. So he developed the action plans for the further extension of the project, the next stage of the project. Sometimes we have the operation like phase 1, phase 2. So when the phase 1 is completed, then planning for phase 2 has to be developed. So project manager plays the important role in planning the activity of the phase 2 and the obtaining user and management approval of the tested system. So he presents the things to the management and he take the approval of them. Then also he delivered the things to the project management that we have achieved this much in the project, and then he take the closing out activities for ongoing activities. So he set the procedures. So suppose he has to complete the all the record, financial record, so he has to maintain that and he has to present and he has to close down all ongoing activities, the procurement activity, the production activity when project is over. And basically he also assists the division of the purchase in contract closeout. So we have some agreement with for the purchasing of the inputs. So he also helped the purchasing unit, the division of the purchase to help them to close out the activities. And he also developed the post implementation evaluation report. He prepared that report set explaining everything which has been done in the project, and the outcome also he has to explain that report, and then conducting the lessons learned sessions. So he make the presentation what actually he has learned during that project implementation stage, the execution stage, and sometimes they have to also, the project manager, they have to also facilitate celebration of the project success also if they have achieved the intended objective. So he has to motivate he has to appreciate the staffs who are working for their hard work. So he has to arrange sometimes celebration also. And here now we will move to the project office, because the project office is intended to assist the project manager in carrying out of his duties, her duties, and in the personnel who are engaged in the project officer, they should therefore have a good working relationship with the line manager or project team. So the persons who are working in the project office, they should work in very cordial way, in a very harmonious way with the all member of the project, the project team, the manager, so that there should be proper communication with them, and so they can achieve the project output. And there are few responsibilities which are important with the project office in order to achieve the project output. So actually the project officer, they provide a control point for exchange of information to all concerned, both internal and external, to the project organization. So actually they are the communication point, explaining the communications from the project side to the different types of peoples, authorities, sponsoring organizations, the beneficiaries, users of the project. And this project office, they take the monitoring activities of the time of the project, the cost and performance of project. So they also do monitoring activities, and they distribute, project office basically they distribute work to the key personnels, and they ensure that all work done is properly documented and funding is authorized. And so they ensure that they properly, all the works should be properly documented, and the fund is available for them. And actually the manning of the office is to be done with utmost care. So actually the activity, the operation of the project office is very much important in order to undertake the project activity very efficiently. And now we can sum up this session that project manager is responsible for all project decisions, activities, deliverables, arrangements of resources, personnel. So he take all types of decision in all stage of the decisions, and he make the close liaison and coordination with the functional departments or external organization or the sponsoring or the user of the project output. And he develop different systems to undertake the different project tasks in very efficient way. So project manager basically he play important role. Sometimes we have prepared very good project, but we are not implementing the project in a very efficient way, so we will not be able to get that output in desired manner. So here, if project manager is there, who is very accountable, who is very responsible, he is very sincere, and he is very cordial with the project staff, and he is honest man. So he take along with him all the project staff to undertake the project activity, and project can be implemented in very effective manners, and the outcome is achieved in the project activity. Thank you very much.